Wow, the last episode of My Singing Monsters Live. It's been a great run.
A lot of great memories.
Hey, do you remember those mirror dimension human expert guys that we used to hear from? I haven't heard from them in a while. I wonder what happened to them.
To repeat what I was just saying, even though you heard it clearly through this perfect reception, it's not like you were tuned into a different dimensional channel or something. The popular mirror dimension show, My Living Humans Live, has been renewed forever! Damn! Wait, this just in. The Human Dimension Show, My Singing Monsters Live, our very good friends, have a very special episode today. Oh, isn't that nice? It's special because it's the last one, but that's where we get all of our content. Well, this stinks. Meow. We have a literal eternity of time we have to fill and no monster pieces to steal. Oh, human expert Sidley, what are we gonna do? Yeah, you said it. Anyways, back to today's My Living Humans mobile game topics, reviewing the new human costumes to collect. You'll see that each human can now wear cool masks that give health boosts to the islands. I really like eggplant family.
Happy Monstering! Welcome to the final episode of My Singing Monsters Live, episode 110. We are your hosts, Monster Handler Matt,
Monster Handler Mike,
and Monster Handler Eric.
Here we all are. It's a triumvirate, a trio for this final episode of My Singing Monsters Live. Oh, as we mentioned there at the beginning, it's been quite a wild ride, this episode 110. And you know what? I think that's perfect, because I'd like to think that we gave 110% the entire time that we were doing My Singing Monsters Live. And this will be our grand swan song, our departure from this format, but not from you, our beloved community. Don't worry. We'll be talking more about that later in the show. But before we get into all of that nitty-gritty, we need to talk about giveaways.
Hey-o!
Every single episode of My Singing Monsters Live, we do giveaways. And whether this is your first time tuning in or your last time tuning in to My Singing Monsters Live specifically, the format is mostly the same. Monster Handler Eric, seated as you are between the two of us here, helping us to achieve social distancing, could you please tell us what the process is going to be for this final episode of My Singing Monsters Live to enter the giveaways?
All you have to do is enter !giveaway to be entered in the several giveaways that we are doing today. If your name is announced as a winner, please put your BBBID/friend code into the chat and comment below so that we can deliver you your prize.
But that's not all.
But that's not all. What more, Michael?
Well, because typically we don't know what the giveaway is. But
that's
this
right.
Week it's
Sometimes
going to be a bit different.
Most of the time it's a surprise until the very end. But because this is the last episode, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. What are we doing instead, Monster Handler Michael?
This week, Monster Handler Matt told me, we're not choosing it, you're choosing it. You can have, in his words, any monster, any structure, or any decoration of your choice. So leave that, I would say, after you leave your BBB then we can grab that as well.
Yes.
If you put them together, that is
even better.
The best. The
Yes.
best way to do it.
Yes. What a tantalizing offer. Oh, anything that you want. Although, we'll be getting to in a second why there are lots of other ways to get anything that you want. But before we get into that, we need to take a look at, on this day in Monster World history, let's take a look. Only one item today, Rare Congo. Rare Congo was almost on this day all the way back in 2014. Sort of a stark contrast with our last episodes.
Everything was
veritable potpourri. Yes, of available things. But you know, there was a lot going on there, but there's a lot going on right now in My Singing Monsters. We've got our The More the Merrier promotion, which over 100 limited time monsters are available to buy or breed. That's rares, that's epics, that's seasonals, that's rare ethereals, that's rare seasonals, that's rare fires. Well, it's just about everybody that you can imagine. If you're missing any of these monsters in your collection, well, guess what? Starting today with these seasonal sales that are running basically through to the end of the Festival of Yay, you have ample opportunity to complete your collections. And how else are you going to help fortify your convictions in achieving that goal? Well,
Tell me!
You can get up to 100% more in diamond, treat, and coin currency packs. The more you get, the better the value. So that's sort of exciting. So lots of opportunity there to complete your collections. Another way to complete your collection is by taking advantage of our fa-la-la-la-la promotion, in which all dipsters on all islands are discounted to only 1 key. Wow. And these dipsters, of course, are looking their absolute yay best, because these seasonal costumes, which are temporary, they're fully bedecked out in them right now, so they're looking swell, they're looking fine. And if you need help getting those dipsters, well, you can get 100% more in all key packs as well. So these are the gifts that just keep on giving.
They just keep
Monster
on giving,
Handler
and
Michael.
giving and giving and giving.
A little over an hour ago, we had the conclusion of our second ever Versus Challenge. So congratulations are owed to our second ever Rank 1 champion.
A new champion.
Yes, Anxels. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anxels. So
Smiley emoticon.
Smiley emoticon, yes. How could I forget?
Yes.
So just to reiterate a point from last week, you can get the gold. So Anxels is going to be receiving the gold crown for Rank 1. A silver crown is awarded to ranks 2 through 11, and the bronze crown rewarded through ranks 12 through 36.
Now I have a point of clarification.
Yes, Monster Handler Michael.
Is this a decoration?
This is, yes, it
So-
functions, well, it functions, no, it does
So
not,
what
no,
I'm saying
all right.
is you cannot request
Yes,
this
that's,
as a as your prize.
Yes, that would be cheating.
Yes.
Yes,
I
but
just wanted to clarify that now before we end.
Yes, that's a good point of clarification. Okay, looking ahead to the battle events starting right now. Oh, there's some limited quests. There's the gosh darn it and bundled up quests where you can get the Socks of Splendor and the Horn Warmers for Toe Jammer and Head Brat respectively. And this week's Versus Challenge is Drum Circle, which you can participate in order to try your hand at getting the Foot of Furcorn helm for Drumpler and a beautiful brand new never before seen trophy. And of course, if you make your way all the way to tier 1, you can participate in the Champions Guild for those coveted diamond prizes and those coveted Champions crowns. It's also been an exciting week in Dawn of Fire, because version 2.6 came out just this past week, in which you can get festive outfits on young monsters. Those are automatically added to a little selection of young monsters on the continent. There's the decoration of the cold lands. You know, we were so excited last year with version 2.0 that the monsters totally forgot to participate in their seasonal traditions for Yay, but they're back at them again this year. And of course, there are more prismatics on the horizon. The first of which of these new prismatics is, of course, the prismatic candelabra. Ooh, the first quint element monster to travel through the prism gate. That's 5. You got it, Michael. That's a quint element monster, first of those to travel through. So at this point, I think just about all kinds of monsters have made their way into the prism gate on the Outer Islands. And last year at this time, we only had 2 prismatics that were out in the wild.
That's crazy.
No, there was only 1. There was only 1 at this point. It was Prismatic Furcorn, and then Prismatic Toe Jammer came later. But you know what? It's been an exciting year, filled with lots of new discoveries, and so there's a lot more prismatics that you can get your hands on this year, because our holiday promotion is you can get all previously released prismatics for a limited time on all of the Outer Islands, and that, of course, yes, includes the brand new prismatic candelabra. Now, some of you may have noticed that a new update was available today, version 2.6.1, which does resolve a few issues that the Prism Gate was having, the breadth of which was so vast, so wide, that it was breaking the game. And that
but it's fixed now.
But that has since been fixed. So if you update to version 2.6.1, you should be able to participate in this awesome holiday promotion, no problem. Another holiday promotion that's happening in Dawn of Fire is that all Celestials are available to buy on Starhand. All of them, Mike. All 12.
But it's only December.
I know, and this is usually Atmos' time to shine, but you know what? Now's the time of year to be with kith and kin and to hang out with your loved ones. And so there's no better time for all of these Celestials to get together and descend from the constellations above and cavort and have a grand old time on Starhenge. Now, if you're saying to yourself, geez, I'm just a little short of currency, well, you can get 75 to 100% more in diamond and coin packs in Dawn of Fire as well. The more you get, the better the value. Now, these particular sales did not go live today, but I also, as a word to the wise, will be saying to players of both My Singing Monsters and Dawn of Fire that you might want to keep an eye out for some offer wall sales. It'll also be dropping at some point during the month of December. These are, of course, another great way to participate and get currency and complete offers and surveys as well. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff that you can get up to. So that's all of what's going on in My Singing Monsters and Dawn of Fire, and that sort of represents sort of our end of the year vibes for 2020. It's been
everything.
It's been quite a wild year, but of course, there's no better way to celebrate than by just inviting the whole gang to have a grand old party.
Yes.
So there you go. That's all of what's going on these days in My Singing Monsters and Dawn of Fire. So, Monster Handler Michael, we mentioned that we're doing a bunch of giveaways.
Let's do the first one, Eric.
Let's do the first one. So, Monster Handler Eric diligently selecting, rolling the dice.
Yes, it is a random process through our bot, so don't worry. You can't buy Eric's favor here.
No, you may not.
Let's see. What do we?
There we go. We have the winner there.
You know what, Monster Handler Eric? Would you
like to tell us?
Make the announcements? With this new triumvirate Monster Handler setup, I think it's probably easiest if you, Monster Handler Eric, are also the announcer for these winners.
In that case, the winner of the giveaway, the first giveaway today, it is Twoop.
Ooh.
So that was Twoop?
Congratulations to Twoop. So please send us your BBB ID /friend code /support ID from Dawn of Fire and let us know what prize you would like to receive as part of this, the final episode of My Singing Monsters Live. Okay, so we have some time to do a few.
There's some things we have on the dock.
Yes, there's lots of. Yes, we promised that this was going to be a special episode of My Singing Monsters Live, and we aim to please. We aim not to disappoint. So there's lots planned. So, Monster Handler Michael, would you like to at this time answer a few community questions?
We can do that. We can do that
in the form of quick questions. Now, normally we have a graphic that's thrown up, but we don't want to put it in front of our dear Monster Handler Eric's face. Yeah, so we want to be polite. We want to be cognizant of that. So, Monster Handler Eric, this is a question for all three of us, actually, Matt, Eric, and Michael. So, Pity of Pangos asks,
hello, Pity.
What are Matt, Eric, and Mike's favorite memories from the show?
Ooh.
And this is a show that has spanned, if I'm not mistaken, if my calendar thinkings are correct, over 2 years. We started up this operation all the way back in November 2018. You got it. So I don't know if my Monster Handler brain has the capacity to compute such a question, but maybe we can get some help with this question from the community.
Roll the tape.
Happy monstering, everybody. How's it going? My name, as you may well know, is Monster Handler Matt, and I have with me today
Monster Handler Eric.
And we're very excited to be premiering our very first episode of the brand new My Singing Monsters live show right here on Twitch. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Another episode of My Singing Monsters Live, your one-stop shop for everything to do with My Singing Monsters.
We should have him on Monster Kitchen.
Little trivia.
Right.
I'm gonna say 4.
You're correct.
I got it right?
You got it right.
Oh my goodness!
Right.
The hat never do me wrong. Yeah!
And Jam was like, whoa! What are you talking about, my gelatinous friend?
Come on and tell me, honey!
Eric, are you a wubblin'?
Yeah. Totush.
So that's a stump.
That's a big old.
All right.
Dome.
Eric, can you call your song-horrific episode of My Singing Monsters Live, your one-stop shop? Why don't we see some of the submissions for Monster Pieces
Hit
and
us!
sent in to us to review and beautiful backdrop. Is that a sunset? Is that some sort of nuclear event?
Yes, but you don't like those potato cannons? Both exciting and heartbreaking to announce that our dear monster handler, Sydney, is hanging up her monster handler hat.
Whoa! What was that?
Oh my goodness.
Friday, December 18th is in fact, in cue the graphic monster handler Michael, going to be the final episode of My Singing Monsters Live.
I think there's only one thing to say before we go, and that would be
Happy monstering.
Wasn't that nice?
That warms my heart, my monster handler heart.
Yes, I was saying earlier that I was watching it, I was getting all teary-eyed and everything.
Yes, and it's definitely the end of an era. And as we've mentioned in the past, we've got some exciting things planned, some new formats,
Yes.
and new ideas for 2021. None of those are necessarily locked in, but of course you won't be hearing. This isn't the last time that you'll be hearing from us. So maybe we'll just go around and we'll each answer what our favorite memories were from the show. Monster handlers, Michael and Eric. Would you like to go first? Does a specific memory spring to mind?
I have some, but Eric, do you have some? Do you want to go? You want me to go?
Yes, mine is a bit of a funny answer. But despite never being there when they appeared, the mirror dimension was definitely a personal favorite occurrence of mine. Those guys cracked me up, you know.
You enjoyed their company?
You know that I have a penchant for trying to imitate the infamous imposter handler Matt.
Yes.
I've never quite got it right, but I'm feeling confident. I thought I might try one last time on this last episode.
Okay, Eric, let's hear it.
Okay. So it says stamped. What is stamped? Stamped!
Wow!
That's pretty
very
good. You've been working on that.
He's been working on that impression.
Yeah, I'm glad I got that out for the last episode.
Very
Those
very
guys
good.
were a personal favorite of mine, and then I think Monster Kitchen was also a thrill. I like anything where the community can contribute, obviously, and help add to the madness. And they certainly made some concoctions for us in that mess of a meal.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I think some of my favorite stuff were the activities and the Monster Kitchen stuff that we did back in back when we were on Twitch.
That's right. Sort of two phases
Yes,
of My
exactly.
Singing Monsters Live.
Exactly. When it was a bit more like trying to come up with all those different things that we were gonna do and like the Monster Kitchen, like there's specific ones that just like always stick out to me, like the one where we were having like the smoothies and like we had Sydney like running from the kitchen back to here delivering these drinks.
Lots of behind the scenes.
Well, but they fell and they spilled all over the floor, and I was just like, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? But
I think some of my favorite memories, I've got two sort of groups. One is the work that we did working on what we like to call the cold opens.
yeah,
at the beginning of each episode.
which we brought back today.
Yes, sometimes that would be something that was planned on the Monday of the week, and sometimes it would be planned about 15 minutes prior to the show. But we hope that it was never super apparent which ones were which, that the quality of them was consistent across the board.
Yeah.
Can I jump in here with the behind the scenes little info?
Yes, you
Yes.
may, Eric.
Obviously, this was never going to happen anyway, but it was an idea I pitched for an opening bit. I don't know if you guys remember this.
Can I try and guess what you're gonna say?
Yeah, take a guess.
You're gonna talk about the kids' Christmas play.
You
How did I guess?
Yes, I pitched that the Monster Handlers could be putting on an elementary school style retelling of the story of Sprinkles, complete with props and an audience. We'd have Sydney in the audience clapping along for us. It was very, very goofy. Just way too complicated.
I think part of my fear with that was like, is this like a regular thing that happens in most schools, or is this just like my upbringing?
Are we going to be sort of showing an experience that isn't necessarily familiar to everyone? Speaking of things getting complicated, we have another question here from Explorer Monster. What was the toughest problem that had to be overcome during an episode of My Singing Monsters Live, whether that be on an individual basis or the series overall?
I think some of the things that I was thinking of were kind of what you said, of like, some of those cold opens, they were like, some of the activities and all that stuff, it'd be like the day of trying to figure out how we were going to fit it into, because that was the thing, we always wanted to fit in the activity we were doing.
And what was happening in the monster world that week.
And then sometimes we have ideas for what we want to do, and then, maybe things shift a little bit out of our control, and suddenly the theme of the episode is different.
Has to move real fast.
And so I think those were challenges, but they were always like, I don't know, creative and fun challenges.
Yeah, they were stimulating obstacles, right? Like, it was always like, okay, how are we going to work together? How are we going to problem solve in order to make this a reality? And, some cold opens were, we made the creative decision for them to be like silent films, and they had no sound. And for me, maybe the toughest problem, one of the biggest challenges to overcome this particular year was when all of us monster handlers were working from home, and that was a pretty intricate mechanical setup that we had to accomplish, and it took several tries for everything to go absolutely smoothly, and it was challenging,
especially because I feel like behind the scenes, as people know at this point, it's like, I'm usually the one setting all this stuff up and running the thing. And I think the week that we moved to work from home, I was on vacation that week.
And I don't believe that Eric was available that week either. So if I'm not mistaken, that might have been just the duo of monster handlers, Matt and Sydney.
Yes, and I remember you trying to figure it out. And it was like, and then I remember I come back and be like, guys, don't worry. Everyone's overcomplicating the way we need to do this. And then we got it all figured out, and then we made a slew of new errors. Yes,
every single time.
Of course.
But you know what? Isn't that just like life, monster handlers, Michael and Eric? There will be challenges to overcome. There will be new obstacles in your path, but provided that you learn from those experiences and you don't make the same mistake twice, or try not to, resolve not to make the same mistake twice, then it was all worth it in the end. Okay.
I have.
Yes.
Oh, I have an answer.
Yes. Oh, right, of course.
I have a quick trio of answers here.
Yeah.
I have an answer times 3.
Staying on topic and trying to stay expedient during the stream, especially early days, it was very easy to get caught up in what the chat was talking about and building on our own rapport, and that's something we certainly learned to get better at dealing with.
Absolutely.
Number 2, which is especially relevant to me lately, but the sheer amount of content from the community that we receive to get on the show is insane. And thank you guys so much for everything that you throw our way. But it took our entire team to manage and deal with all of that amazing creative content. And then the third problem, which I think is unique to me, but maybe you'll surprise me, is I always forgot to take my shirt off before I left. So I find myself in the real world.
Yeah, I definitely did this as well.
With a version of my own face in a grocery store or on the street. And just in case that wasn't weird enough for somebody, it's like, don't worry, my name's right there.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice, if people wanted to be friendly or address you by name, then you've got basically a built-in name tag there.
Yes, I feel like there was multiple times back pre-pandemic where we would hang out afterwards and we'd be wearing
our shirts, wearing our Monster Handler shirt. Yeah, like today, you may have noticed that I've donned my sort of
classic.
Yes, this is the classic skin for Monster Handler. Matt wanted an opportunity to sort of show it off, and last time I was in this costume, which was I think our first episode back in the office, I'd forgotten my ascot, so it was incomplete. Right? Yes, it was. I was asking Monster Handler Michael, "Do you know where it is?" I was asking Eric and Cindy, do you know where it is? But here it is. It's back. So the whole.
Just in time.
That's exactly right. Okay, so I know that earlier I said, Monster Handler Eric, that we weren't going to cover your face. We're not. Okay.
But before we do that, let's.
Oh, another giveaway.
Yeah.
Great idea. You know what? Maybe we should do 2 giveaways.
2.
All right, here we go.
Eric, we're going to do 2 giveaways. We're going to give you a drum roll. Are you ready?
The winner of this giveaway is Mark Alexander.
Congratulations, Mark Alexander.
Mark. And roll us another one right quick, Monster Handler Eric.
Oh, give me one second.
Okay.
Okay, well, do you want to introduce them?
All right, here we go.
Okay, never mind. He's got it. Drum roll?
Yes.
Always. The winner of the 3rd giveaway for almost anything you can imagine is Wubbox Gubbox.
Wubbox Gubbox. Congratulations, Wubbox Gubbox. So send us your BBBID/friend code. Okay, so we're not going to cover your face, Monster Handler Eric. Monster Handler Michael was
try to raise up.
was ahead of the curve here, ahead of the game, and we got not just a stump of the week, but we're going to do a Stumpapalooza, and we're going to do several. We're going to do several stumpings, and this is the sort of to me is going to represent the ultimate outcome of the show.
So are we going to keep track mathematically on this one?
No. All we're going to do is we're going to say, is Monster Handler Monster Handler Matt, is he going to be able?
That's the big Sydney, just in time.
So, do you remember how my old sort of winning score was 40%?
Yes.
40% of the time.
Oh yes, of course.
We've got 5. That's the passing grade in the Monster World. We've got 5 stone questions that were sent in by various people that are going to be asked to me today. And some of these might be the stump questions that have been asked in the past. So it'll be especially embarrassing if Monster Handler Matt is unable to get those ones.
This happens oftentimes.
Correct.
They're oftentimes and they'd be questions that you'd be like, I'm never going to forget this. Blah, blah, blah,
Yes, I know.
blah.
I made all sorts of statements like that, but we'll see right now if the truth will out.
Eric, would you like to ask the questions?
How about we alternate? I'll start first.
That's a good idea. I'm going to pass you
Okay, I was going to say.
this
Sounds
item
good.
here, and so we'll alternate. Okay, Eric, yours is the first.
All right, this first one, very relevant to the show, comes in from @BogartFan, and they ask, stumped question. When did the first My Singing Monsters Live episode air? And I know you referenced a general date earlier, but we need a specific date now. Monster Handler Matt.
Okay. I'm going to say that the first ever episode of My Singing Monsters Live was in November of 2018. And you know how I remembered what date it is? It's because the number is in the title. November 8th, 2018. November 8th, 2018.
Are you sure about that?
I think I'm correct. Am I correct?
Eric, that's a big old stump right off the bat.
No!
Oh,
Pretty confident
this is
there.
very
Rats.
classic stumped date answer.
Oh.
You won all off.
So what was it? The 7th?
The 9.
The
Oh,
9th.
stop.
At least it wasn't 7, which is my lucky number. That would have been especially embarrassing. Okay, Monster Handler Michael. I'm 0 for 1. What's the next question?
At MSM Mammoths, or MS Mammoths,
Yes.
asks, how many blue spots are on Stu Warb's arms?
Oh,
fun.
I think this is also a repeat, and will be especially embarrassing if I don't get this one. On Stu Orb's arms, how many blue spots? I'm going to say, I think this one's been asked too. I think it was 25. 25? 25? Hello?
Are you? Oh, I thought you froze for a
You
second.
pronounced it.
Winner Ganya! Congratulations. Eric, you were perfectly still. I was like, oh no, we lost.
Yeah, sometimes I hold a pose for dramatic suspense.
Yes, it was. Listen, it was definitely dramatic. I'm sure everyone at home would understand if we were experiencing technical difficulties. Okay. So
Well, that'll be a good finale for some lack of context posts. I'll tell you that.
So one of two.
Yes.
Currently operating at 50%. Great. All right.
So, what I need to ask: are we going for 40%, or are we aiming higher?
I'm aiming. I'm minimum 40. That to me is going to represent that Monster Handler Matt mostly knows what's going on. Because these are difficult questions.
It wouldn't be mostly.
Fine. You know what, Monster Handler Michael? Just because you are challenging me here in front of these,
We're
fine
going for
folks,
60.
We're going for 60. We're going
Okay.
for an actual passing
We're going for
grade.
a passing grade.
Okay, here we go. Next up from you, Eric.
This question comes from Edwina LOL, and they ask very loudly, how many individual bones are visible in one of Punkleton's hands?
What?
How many individual bones? I think that there's 27 in the human hand, but if we take a look at that math, this might, I can't remember if this is a new one or an old one, but sometimes I've had the occasion where I've needed to take a look at the hand when I'm creating announcements for in-game or some such things, and I believe that it is half of the number that is in the human hand, which I think previously I said was 27, and I think it's 13.
And a half?
No, a whole 13. There's 13 bones in Punkleton's hand.
Eric?
No. All right.
He's coming here with evidence.
I won for three. Okay.
You gotta win out.
So,
Do you want to hear the answer here?
yes, I do.
I'm gonna read it as written.
Okay.
The answer is 11. Yeet.
Was that the correct answer being yeeted at me?
Yes, it was.
Yeet. All right. Okay, so I'm 1 for 3. So correct me if I'm wrong. I need to get these next two. I need to win out. That's sports lingo, okay, Monster Handler? I don't know about that. I'm a handler first, a sports enthusiast second. Okay, all right. Need to win out.
Rebecca, 1, 8, 5, 3, 7, 3, 0, 0.
Okay.
What was the number following Rebecca? I'm just kidding. I was testing your listening comprehension skills.
Well, and I knew, you know what? I've got selective listening because I'm listening for the active information. All right.
How many horns does Rare Bogart have compared to the original? How many compared?
I think it has 6 more. 6 more horns.
Are you saying that it has 6 or it has 6 more?
6 more.
That'd be correct.
Oh,
yeah.
Phew. Yes, because it sort of has Frankensteinian protuberances on across its body, more so of course than the common Bogart. Okay, so
It means it's all on this.
It means it's all on this final Stumpapalooza question. Okay, Eric, let me have it.
This one comes from @RCB2. No, I don't want to mispronounce this. @RCB626 arm.
All right.
Asks, Q. What is the message on top of the red prismatic mammoth?
Oh yes, the prismatic mammoth. 5 crystals float above the red prismatic mammoth's head. On those crystals, depending on whether you have flipped the monster to the left to right, but let's say for argument's sake that it is in its standard orientation, are MUSIC to spell music.
Ah, correct!
Yes!
Winner again! Yeah, he does it 60%.
I made it, everyone. I made it. Okay, so from now on, let's all agree that Monster Handler Matt knows, for the most part, what he is doing. For the most part.
For the most part.
Bah!
Only because you got 60%, well, I agree to that.
That's right. Okay, another giveaway?
Yes!
Another giveaway. Give me a drum roll, please. The winner of this giveaway is Snagbug.
Snagbug! Congratulations, Snagbug. Send us your BBBB/friend code and the item that you'd like to get absolutely free in My Singing Monsters or Dawn of Fire. Okay, so we've done our Stumpapalooza. We've talked about what's new in the monster world in both My Singing Monsters and Dawn of Fire. We've done some quick questions, and now it's time to take a look at one of my all-time favorite sections of the show, and that, of course, is going to be monster pieces. Now, we've got a monsterific amount of monster pieces to take a look at today. So, shall we begin?
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay.
We have so many that I think it's back to its old thing where it takes a little bit to click.
All right, here we go. So we're going to begin with this Amy Plays MSM monster piece. Oh, a very sweet image of the Light Island quad element monster bloat just chilling among the...
Carefree.
The glowing nodules of the phosphora type.
Looks as though they're just taking it in.
Yes, looks like they're serene, they're tranquil, and you know what? They're preparing for a nice, relaxing holiday season. Just like we all
I think
should.
this is actually the subject of the song Load On, if I remember correct.
Oh, yes, that classic that sort of had a parody form in the human world, if I'm not mistaken, Monster Handler, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, next up. Oh, another monster piece. I wonder.
I also have the same thought.
We'll take a look and see if we do have.
Nope. Maybe it was just both five.
On the off chance that we did accidentally misattribute this monster piece, please let us know in the chat. But this particular monster handler, Michael, you're moving too fast for me. Okay, here we go. Thank you for more than 2 years of My Singing Monsters Live. Oh, look at this sweet image. We've got a beautiful big yay tree there from Cold Island. There's Amy's monster handler character up there in the upper right corner, and we've got ornaments there of the four erstwhile hosts and hostess of My Singing Monsters Live, and we've got that tiny monastic critter from the Sweaty Settlement. Oh, one of my favorite critters. Very sweet.
This felt very much like a nice season's greeting from us, but we didn't.
No, it's a thanks to you, the community. Okay, what's next, monster handler, Michael? Okay. This from Amon1073698991. Oh, a lovely edamame.
I love the style.
Yes, I love the expression on this monster. I like the choice of background color.
You know what it reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
Garfield.
Garfield. Yes, it sort of has an Odie vibe. In fact, one could say that edamame's sort of topmost stalk there, the pea pods, sort of look like the orientation of, the position of Odie's ears. I'll never look at edamame the same way, Monster Handler Michael.
Glad we could discover this together.
Yes. A touching moment.
Oh!
And another one.
Another one from...
I hope we're doing this correctly. We might have gotten excited and ahead of ourselves here. But Amon1073698991, potentially, or it could be someone else, has sent in this image of all sorts of beautiful clay figurines that they've created of some of their favorite monsters.
So this is a man, or Amon.
Amon, yes.
And the last one was Alexis3984.
Okay, so
there we go.
So Monster Handler Michael has pulled up our cheat sheet here of who sent it in, and it looks like the very first image that was sent in as well also was not Amy Plays MSM, if you can scroll to the very top. That came from 505 MSM. So we're gonna do our best here for maybe the name in the bottom right is correct, maybe it is. So we're gonna cross-reference it as we go along. Next up from Backup Trap Rares, is an image of Ghast. This Ghast looks like it's reclining upon an interdimensional slipstream.
It looks like it's like riding.
Yes, going down not a water slide, mind you, but probably a plasma slide. Ooh. Got to be careful that its intangibility doesn't send it spiraling accidentally into different dimensions. A wonderful image from Backup Trap Rares. Next up, this one comes from Bird0597. Oh, bye-bye, says Furcorn. There's the monster handler. Well, I guess they're human experts, but they're also sort of us in monster handler form there in the back. Sitting at our My Singing Monsters Live desk. There's Mike there behind the camera.
And what's funny, this mammoth being chased by...
Is it some manifestation of human expert Sidley or monster handler Sydney? Who knows? But for the meantime, let's focus on the glorious image up front of a very cute little furcorn bidding us a fond adieu. Goodbye, furcorn, and well done, bird 059. Next up, from Edwina Law, who asked one of our stumped questions. Here we have Scargo, surrounded by Cybop, and it looks like in Sizor back there and back. Scargo almost made it on today's, on this day in Moss World history. It was one day off. It missed the cutoff by 24 hours. But Scargo almost...
24 hours ahead?
I can't remember if it was ahead or behind. But now Scargo gets its due in the form of this beautiful monster piece from Edwina Law. Look at the kinship there between these monsters. They look like they're having a grand old time.
And what do you call this paper?
This is quadrilateral paper. Graph paper?
I call it graph. I always knew that you called it something.
Yeah, this is a French
people,
immersion kid speaking
I think
here.
some
right?
people even call it Cartesian.
Cartesian? Well, maybe quadrilateral is totally wrong, and I'm just misremembering it. All right.
I call it limey drawing service.
This one also comes in, I believe, from Edwina Law. And this is a beautiful image of Psychic Island. Once Krovlaft has been awoken and the psychic elementals are partying. Oh, who do I see? I see Ruba, I see Tapricorn, I see Gloptic, I see Periscore, Popette, Bonkers, Yugler, Theramine. The whole gang is there. And I'm trying to see in the middle there, is that a maw there that has somehow made it on to Psychic
It is
Island?
a maw.
Very curious, very suspicious.
I like that. I like that. Claimed it for her.
That's right, sort of setting down the flag there, saying, no, this is not just Fire Frontier, this is Psychic Island. You silly, silly maw. Very funny, Edwina Law. Okay, what is next? I believe our third monster piece. Is this, in fact, by Edwina?
Yes,
okay.
it is.
Our third monster piece from Edwina Law, is a beautiful image here of it looks like a bunch of fairy elementals. I at least see some whimsies. I see both. There's all sorts. There's Quibble, there's Cybop, there's Bogarts. I see Yostrich, I see Entbrat.
I like the mirror in it. Stuff.
Oh yes, yes. The symmetry of this one, but still preserving sort of a unique side. It's almost a chirality rather than an exact symmetry. Sort of a left hand, right hand sort of vibe to it. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Well done. Next up from Erna Zarmuratbek. I hope. Well, I probably butchered that. I tried my best. I tried my best. Oh, this is an interesting showdown here that's depicted between Chorister and Voodoo.
It's a different side of Chorister that I don't think you usually see.
That's right. Chorister usually pretty jovial, usually fairly benevolent. This one looks like looks like it's got a bone to pick, and maybe that bone is one of the bones in the headdress of Voodoo. Now, I know some people in the past have questioned why Voodoo isn't a bone elemental. Well, your guess is as good as ours. It's an ethereal. Who knows? The ethereals are very mysterious. You must understand. This particular Voodoo looks like it's been going to the gym.
I was gonna say, ripped.
Looking fit. Fit. So Chorister better watch out. Chorister has sheer mass, sheer size on its side. But yeah, who knows how that particular showdown is going to go. Hopefully they are able to resolve it amicably and musically. Yes. Next up from Video Bowl, a thank you message here sent in that has all sorts of little snippets and memes there. It looks like it's sort of coming out of the silhouette of our three various monster handler monster incarnations there.
I like the little doodles there.
Yes, and written in the monstrous font, Fideo Bowl, you are an excellent student of the monster handling discipline, and we salute you. Next up, from Friggin' Fungus, here, we've got a 3D art piece that has been created of the revived Galvana on Celestial Island. I try not to show any favoritism, but I think that this form of Galvana, where it's sort of balancing all circus-like on its powerful electrical orb, might even be more endearing to me than its adult form. We know that its adult form accomplished a lot in its day. Very ambitious monster, but this one just tugs at my heartstrings, and Friggin' Fungus has done a great job here of capturing its cuteness for me. Well done, Friggin' Fungus. Oh, Glitch Bunks. Glitch Bunks. Here, that's a very sweet image of me. Or, more specifically, human expert or imposter handler, Matt, who, it may have just been like a tickle at the back of my neck, but I could have sworn that I heard that voice at the beginning of today's show. I wasn't entirely sure.
Maybe you're thinking of...
There it is again.
I don't hear anything.
Very cute, Glitch Bunks. Thank you for this portrait. Next up, from Who Trans Clown, here we have Wubbox in its laboratory here. Oh, again, as sort of the, carrying on the tradition of electrical elementals having a knack for invention and, for creation. I love us looking at this sort of glimpse inside the Wubbox's laboratory, and I love the lab coat that it's wearing too. Very funny, and whenever you're pipetting various substances from one beaker to another, you have to be careful. You got to drop it one at a time, because who knows what sort of chemical reaction might result. Woo! Be careful. Well done. Next up, from Per Planta, they've sent in their image here of a coliseum that is growing in size.
So let me tell you specifically what this is.
Okay.
They're about to have an arm wrestling competition.
Oh, and is Furcorn sort of adjudicating?
Yes, Furcorn is the judge, and we got in this corner Mammoth, and in this corner T-Rock.
And then
it's vocals versus instrumentals.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. The classic clash of vocals versus instrumentals in the monster world. Yes. We always say that monsters cooperate, but I think that when the time comes down to it, there is a friendly rivalry that exists between these two major camps of musical singing monsters. A friendly competition, you got it. Next, from Pickled Swiss Cheese, a great name, we've got Yule here wearing its fursuit costume, which is, of course, available in the limited time seasonal quest, Days of Yay, which continues for the remainder of the Festival of Yay. So if you don't have one already, well, what are you doing? You got to go get one. This is a very cute rendering of this costume. And look at Yule's expression. Warms my heart. My heart is warm all over this episode of My Singing Monsters Live. What's next? Sasha Just Dancer, has depicted us monster handlers again. And let me see if I can read this message. It's been a pleasure to do this show with you. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, happy monstering. Oh, isn't that sweet? Monster Handler Michael, I can't help but notice that your eye is not closed and that you are sneaking a glimpse at Eric and myself.
For a second there, I was looking at the arms and I was confused because it looked like they were out, like you can't see what I'm doing, but I was like explaining out, and then I realized, they're bent at the elbow. I was trying to figure out the math. I thought
I think you've got one arm up and one arm on your hip. Well done, Sasha Just Answer. Thank you so much for this excellent monster piece. From Shammy Show, oh my goodness, more monstrous text as I crane in here to read it. Thank you for 110 episodes. Oh, well, you're welcome, Shammy Show. It's been our pleasure and our privilege to be broadcasting into the comfort of your homes and talking to you about My Singing Monsters, one of our favorite things to talk about. Who do we have here? We got Wubbox. We've got Wadja. I see Timpa. I see Thwok. You know what I think this is? I think this is a Wublin Island party. Yes, the electricity is crackling in the air, and this particular party is taking place on Wublin Island. I love the versions of these monsters. I think they're just grand.
I like it.
Next up, we've got Singing Roleplay here has created a whole slew of monsters in, is this Minecraft or is this Roblox?
I don't know what.
I'm hoping that people in the comments can tell us.
If I had to guess, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say Roblox because I know it's not Minecraft.
Okay, so then let's say for argument's sake that it is Roblox. You know what though? I said that it was a group of monsters, but what's Bill doing in there in the bottom left-hand corner? Bill, you don't belong in there. You're not a monster. He's an employee of Big Blue Bubble. What a silly guy. What a silly guy. Happy monstering. What a nice expression, and obviously a lot of work went into this particular art piece because how many monsters do we have here? We got Drumble, Sugarbush, Tweedle, Punkleton, Yule, Entbreath, Thwok, Bogart, Pom-Pom, Mammoth, Humbug, Quibble, Noggin, Furcorn, Kana. Wow, there's a whole whack of them. And of course the imposter, Bill. You get out of there, Bill. You don't belong there. Very well done singing role play. Okay, next up from the gold guy. Woo! Another message of happy monstering here. We've got the Wubbox here that is holding. Oh, it looks like it's a sleeping ghast. And I see Ma there wearing, it's sensory fur foams, I think, and I can see Kana and I can see Mammoth. This Mammoth looks like it's in the same pose as our Light Island teaser trailer video that they were glancing up at the beauty of the Aurora Monstralis.
You know what I like to think?
What?
I like to think they're watching us.
They are watching us?
Yeah, they're tuned into something.
What an unusual concept. What an unusual concept. You know, to have the monsters watching us. Interesting. Interesting. Well done, the gold guy. The Phoenix Kev has sent in this adult boscus with the tongue akimbo hanging out of its mouth. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the herd of boscus stampeding through the server room whenever there are issues in My Singing Monsters Dawn of Fire. You know, they got into the tropical punch and we're getting a little bit too crazy at the holiday party. And this adult boscus is obviously not matured in the slightest and is still being just as silly.
What I imagine here is if this was animated, the boscus is going like it's trembling.
Ooh, like shaking off a little bit of.
Feels like it's trying to get up, to stand up, but it's trembling a little bit.
Yes, maybe perhaps its legs are asleep.
Yes.
Well done, the Phoenix Kev. Lots of personality in this monster piece.
I had to include this next one.
Oh my goodness. The real Neoth. Here we've got Big Blungus. we've got Blabbit here rendered as everyone's sort of off-brand form of a classic Looney Tune character here. Big Blungus. Very faithfully represented, I must say. Look, the ears are there, the lack of arms, the fluffy tail, the large distended stomach, all trademarks of a Blabbit, but we're in the know. We know that this is in fact Big Blungus. Did I say Blake? Big Blungus.
Big Blungus.
There you go. Oh, Thwakpa here has done a very sweet image of an adult Wallaby. Is it on a plain, some sort of lee, some sort of pasture? Who knows? But what we do know is that it's awfully cute, and that it's small tropical birds that sort of form a symbiotic relationship with it are having a grand old time. Two of them are sleeping, but two of them look like they're having a spirited conversation. Yeah. And Wallaby is there, all there for it. He's ready and signing off on it. Well done, Thwok P. Very cute. Treble Stroke here has an excellent image of, at a glance, this certainly seems like it's all 30 natural monsters. While I discuss it further, maybe you can count them, Monster Handler Michael. Who we got there? We got Shrub performing some sort of a ballet move there. I don't know if that's a fouette or a pas de jambe or an arabesque or what. But we know that Shrub does dabble in ballet. We got Riff there. We got Ed Bratt singing exclamatory. All 30. Well, they've done an excellent job here, Treble Stroke, of capturing the individual personalities of these 30 monsters. You know, we're discovering new monsters all the time, and there's so much more left to discover in the monster world. I'm sure of it, but every time I see these 30 monsters, well, a little tear comes to my eye. These are the OGs. These are the originals. Yes, they're so cute. The classics. The classics. Well done, Treble Stroke. Waiter G, holy moly, has assembled here a portrait of Magicals.
Yes, it is.
All the Magicals. And there's 32 of them, if I'm not mistaken. 8 from each of the 4 magical islands on which they appear. 4 quads, 12 triples, 12 doubles, and 4 singles. I think that
well,
math is correct. I think that math is correct. Look, do you have any favorites, any standouts in this group?
Let me take a good look at it here.
I like Bloat's expression there on the bottom right, sort of taking a look at Denchas and they're we don't have anything to do with each other, or do we? I know the community is very keen on establishing a link between those two monsters.
I was actually just going to say Denchas before you said, although Hmm.
I like that Fiddlement is floating up there in the other upper left corner as well.
Eric, what's your favorite one here?
Of the Magicals.
I think I'd have to go with benches.
Yeah, you know what? I think this particular image by Waiter G really highlights the distinct sort of temperaments of the two. And
I really enjoy the pieces that show the juxtaposition, you know?
Yes, I agree. Next monster piece for us to peruse today is from Alexis 15 3984. This adult Yelmet looks like it's been scared silly. It looks like it's decorative headgear. Don't call it a hat. Has been jettisoned off its head because it's been startled. Perhaps someone has touched its gooey body and it wasn't prepared for it. Sort of a Pillsbury-esque, and it goes woo. Don't. That's what it says. Don't poke a Yelmet if you know what's good for you, and don't Yelmet a poke. That's also a word to the wise. Yes. From Goopengop.
This one really resonated.
Yes. You know, everyone sort of feels differently around the holidays, but this Grumpire, you know, part of being the manifestation of the element of shadow means that its expressions don't always indicate how it's feeling. Notoriously, the Grumpire can be scowling when it's happy or smiling when it's upset. So
very happy here.
Yeah, so it could be but sort of part and parcel of the element of shadow is that it's always shifting, always changing, a little sneaky, a little shadowy, if you will, a little shady. So who knows if Goop and Gop's Grumpire here is happy or sad, and you know what though, that's art. We can interpret it however we like.
Yeah.
Next up from Jordan Knapp. Oh, this is an artistic rendering of a moment from the discovery of the large crystal deposits deep inside the 5 natural islands. What do we have there? We've got Stonix, we've got Vigidian, we've got Skylight, we've got Frosium, and we've got Aquanine. And there's Kana calling in, teleconferencing in from Tribal Island, the cave network beneath Tribal Island, saying, you know, if you're looking for more space in the castle, yes, these particular crystals have very unique properties that can be harnessed to get even more bed space for the castles. And we made it. We made it a reality in 2020. One of my proudest achievements from 2020, the introduction of crystalline castles. And who knows what's coming in 2021? Well done, Jordan Knapp. Logan Ewer, has a very sweet image of a Plinkaju. Plinkaju is so cute, and then you look at those lips and you remember that it's a monster. they're, you know, I don't know if these are collagen injections or if it's just born that way. Maybe it's a monster. Maybe it's something else. But you know what? It doesn't matter. This is still an exceptionally cute monster, and Logan Ewer has captured its cuteness in this very cute monster piece.
I love all the background here too.
Me too.
Great job.
Happy final MSN Live sent to us from Mark the Robot on YouTube. A bunch of other monsters here. I'm trying to see who that is in the bottom left-hand corner. I don't know if that's... you know what this is? There's all sorts of hybrids here. There's all sorts of spooky things going on, I think. It looks like there's like a Drumpler there with Congo-like eyes. There's the cursed Sugarbush, whose face looks a lot like its inspiration, Christian Bush. Wubbox is back there doing something weird. And then I don't know if that's a totally ripped Cybop in the bottom left-hand corner.
That must be
it. But it is tickling my funny bone. That is a very funny image. Well done, Mark the Robot. Very, very
Drumpler really is reminding me of the Muppets character.
Chuckle-worthy. A Scooter. Scooter?
Scooter,
yes. Mr. Blue sends in, a very cute image here of 20.
They were celebrating a birthday.
Oh, thank you for the context.
Yeah.
You know what? There's Rare Bogart. It came up earlier during Stumpapalooza. And you know what? Sometimes Pango suffers from low self-esteem, but it shouldn't, because look at those moves it's dropping on the dance floor there.
Who knew?
Wow. That's really something, and I think I see some exciting, maybe some custom monsters there, sort of doing all sorts of backflips and gymnastics at the top. They're sort of simian monsters that have joined the party. An excellent birthday card created by Mr. Blue, submitted by Mr. Blue. Roman Tokarenko here has a very cool rendering of Incisor.
Yes. Very
Incisor, one of the monsters that we had the opportunity to debut and talk a lot about here on My Singing Monsters Live. It came out during the run of My Singing Monsters Live. There was a community nickname contest for it. There was all sorts of exciting stuff going on. Oh man, this monster piece is conjuring up all sorts of great memories, and I love the work that Roman has done here. The detail there on the crystals on the back of the head, on that sort of wishbone-like structure at the end of the snout, the chittering teeth. Love it. Well done, Roman.
And
Tokarenko.
this is our last one.
This is our last one. Wow. Okay, let's take a look. From Juan. Juan, they've got Goodbye MSM Live. And look at that. Look at the nose on that mammoth in the bottom right-hand corner. We got Clamble, Bogart, Noggin, Furcorn, Ma. Wow. All sorts of wonderful messages that have been pouring in from the community. But you know what? That's not the only kind of monster piece that has been submitted to us. We also got in an absolute monster load, not a mother load, a monster load of excellent video monster pieces that represent collaborations from different members of the community working together. Sometimes they're solo projects. We got so many that we can't possibly show all of them here because we would be here until 7 o'clock our time. But what we have done is that we've stitched together some moments from a few of these videos that really turned our cranks, that we liked a whole lot. So let's take a look at them now, and then afterwards I will highlight which selections we made. Let's take a look. Wow.
Excellent.
I'd go to that concert. Look at all of the
popping in
amazing.
here.
Yes, we were dancing around. You couldn't see us because, of course, we wanted to show the beautiful visuals that accompany all of these amazing creations. So, in order, that was Undergrowth Island by Logan Peters. Then Mystical Saga / Ether Island by Twilight Noctis, featuring a lot of people. Cotton Complex by Stack and featuring a lot of people. Limbo Island by Exclaim. Ceremony Island by Draco Troll and a lot of people. Taticus or Tatasis Sanctuary by Hex G27629 and a lot of people. And Spacer Central by Vanilla Vanny MSM and a lot of people. What really strikes me about these, all of them that have been sent in to us, is that a lot of them really take the spirit of My Singing Monsters, which is all about the idea of music and how different parts coming together can collaborate to create something bigger than the sum of its parts. You know, as you mentioned before, 2020 has been a weird year. Sometimes we've been unable to reach out and hang out with the people that we used to. If you've watched My Singing Monsters live back catalog, you know that most of the time, Monster Handler Michael and I are basically hugging every time that we co-host, and the fact that we're observing the social distancing is hard. But you know what? Creations like these, where people come together, they overcome distances. Obviously, you know, these collaborations come from people who probably live very far apart.
They've never even met each other.
I know the fact that they can work together and create these beautiful works of art. Wow, it just stuns me. It awes me. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yes.
So, shall we do another couple of giveaways?
2 giveaways there.
All right, give me a drum roll for the first one. The winner of this giveaway is Musical Matthew. Congratulations.
Hey, I was just talking about being musical and I'm Matthew. Oh, congratulations. And please send us your BBBID /friend code or your support ID from Dawn of Fire if you'd like to accept your gift in there.
Do you want another drum roll?
Let's do another drum roll.
All right.
The winner of this giveaway is Ramen the Bellowfish.
Hey, congratulations, Robin.
Congratulations. Monster Handler Eric, do you have any idea how many giveaways that we've done?
Let me estimate. Oh, I said 6 in case you're.
Oh, you did? Okay,
you did?
we were laughing over it. Well, since
6 so far.
Since we have done 110 episodes of My Singing Monsters live, what are your thoughts? And I want to achieve a consensus from the group here.
110 gifts.
No, we've done 6 giveaways so far. How do you feel about doing a rapid fire 5 more
To equal 11.
to equal 11, which is 1 for every 10 episodes of My Singing Monsters live? While Eric, you are spinning these giveaways wildly, Monster Handler Michael and I are going to participate in a little contest that we like to say is called Name That Monster.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was like, what is this?
So this is sort of a throwback to a format that we did way back in the day when we were on Twitch. We'd have different activities every single episode of My Singing Monsters Live. And with this being the last episode of My Singing Monsters Live, we thought we'd sort of bring it back. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to try and imitate a monster either by sound or by look. And you have to try and guess what I'm doing. I'll start out with some easy ones for you, and then you have to do the same for me. Okay?
Where do I find out my monster?
What?
Where do I find out my monster? Oh, it's in the head.
This is the challenge here. Monster Handler Eric, do we have another giveaway that we can announce?
Yes, we do. The winner of this giveaway is Shelby Gamer.
Shelby Gamer, congratulations.
Shelby.
Okay, so I'll go first. Eric is spinning the next one as we participate in this activity. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to start out simple for you. We're going to try and do this like pretty fast, right? Rapid fire. Okay, here we go.
Noggin.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Is that Mammoth?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yay!
Oh,
Yay!
I shouldn't close my ears.
Here, I'll help you with a visual. I know I just finished saying it was either or, but I'll give you a lifeline. Here we go.
Is it yo?
No.
No.
I'll give you a hint. Featured prominently in our Fire Oasis video, a certain flying monster that looks sort of like an owl.
Oh, is it? Is it cloud?
It is Monster Handler, Michael. Okay, that's -1 point for you. Mister.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, with that,
Okay.
let's go
Another.
back to the Cosford with another giveaway winner here. This giveaway winner is Wahoo!
Woo! Congratulations, Wahoo. Send us your BBBID/friend code. Okay, let's get this thing done. Yeah, I'm ready. Are you a dipster?
No. Which tipster am I?
Oh, you want a specific one, huh? I think you look like dope.
Okay.
Because
I was gonna say no to
because you're blue. Well, that's not very nice at all. Okay, how about this one?
Okay.
Wake up the Wobblins, wake up the Wobblins.
Oh, that's
Wake up the Wobblins,
that's,
wake up the Wobblins. Wake up the Wobblins, wake up the Wobblins.
Stop.
Monster Hunter Eric, do we have another giveaway while Michael racks his brain?
Winner of the next giveaway is Treat.
Treat! Congratulations, Treat. Poor Michael. This monster,
All I keep thinking of is poke, and I'm like,
it's not
I
Poke.
know it's not.
What if
poke.
I were to describe this monster for you? It's green,
No, I know.
and it has padded feet.
And it's got like the apple eyes.
Not President Biden, but President... It's Rump! It's Rump! Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Michael, you know what? I feel like this is some sweet exoneration here because while Monster Handler Matt has been down in the doldrums getting stomped episode after episode, now we get a chance to put
my
Michael on
face
the
hurts.
spot. Put Michael on the spot. Do we have another giveaway, Monster Handler Eric?
Yes, we do. The winner of this giveaway is Sean Kelly.
Sean Kelly.
Or something.
Congratulations, Sean. So correct me if I'm wrong, Eric. That brings our total number of giveaways to, is it 9 or 10?
Let me just confirm before I stump you on this one.
Okay, you got to give me another. You got to give me another.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Flock. Very good. Make sure to sanitize.
Yes, I know.
Touching your tongue. Okay. Mine is okay.
Oh, it's Drumwall? Well, no.
I'll give you a hint. They're a punk.
Oh, it's Furnoff. It's a punk.
Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. Another.
Go. Eric, you have another giveaway winner?
Look at him trying to distract.
It'll be the last one, so get your monster sound.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Michael. You
Okay,
got
I got
one
one,
more, and then we'll do the final giveaway. Okay. The OG. Are you Furcorn?
Yes, of course. I thought it was good.
Maybe you could then scream you there with a sound like that. But
Hey!
you know, they sort of stay. They're not unlike those two monsters. Perhaps voiced by the same monster. I'm not sure.
I should have just only done Monster Handler Matt.
So Eric, you
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong. You're telling us that you have the last and 11th winner of today's giveaway series.
That is correct.
Okay, I'm ready. All right, biggest drum roll of all time. Here we go.
The winner of this giveaway is Isaiah Trowbridge.
Congratulations,
Isaiah.
Isaiah Trowbridge. Okay, so those are all 11 of our giveaways that we are going to be doing for this, the final episode of My Singing Monsters Live. As we mentioned earlier in the show, we've got lots of exciting things planned for 2021. The format of My Singing Monsters Live is coming to an end with the end of today's episode, but that doesn't mean that you won't be hearing and seeing from us monster handlers in the future. So we look forward to the new adventures of 2021, and we hope that you're excited too. We've got lots of exciting things planned, both from a community engagement standpoint here, and also some exciting things planned in My Singing Monsters and Dawn of Fire as well. I, of course, can't speak about any of those details at this time. Some of them are just simple ruminations that they are just in the apple of the eye of certain monster handlers here at Big Blue Bubble, and some of them are already underway. Some of them are oft-requested features. Some of them are brand new features. Oh, there's so much to look forward to in 2021, and what we've got planned is just one part of it.
Can I make a claim?
Yes, he can make a claim.
I think that if you're a My Singing Monsters fan, 2021 might be the best year we've ever had.
Yes, there is. 2021 certainly has.
It's shaping up
Yes.
to be good.
It has a few tricks up its sleeve, no doubt, and we're very excited. And of course, it's worth mentioning as well that coming in 2021 as well is another brand new way to consume voraciously My Singing Monsters content. We've got My Singing Monsters Fandemonium that was announced earlier this year that's also going to be coming in the new year. This is going to represent a very exciting collaboration between us and the creative minds over at our friends at Winds on Sky. And we've been working very closely with them on this, and from what I've seen so far,
Very cool.
very exciting. You have much cause to be excited about that. But that's all that we can say at this time. Okay, so we're getting to the end. We're getting to the end here of My Singing Monsters Live. On behalf of Babe Ruth Bubble, on behalf of the Monster Handlers, we'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of you who have tuned in, who have been part of our community all the way back on our humble beginnings on Twitch, and then many of you followed us to YouTube and sort of saw as the show evolved into its different formats and all the different things that we tried and all the different ways that we revealed new things and dove deeper into the lore and the story of My Singing Monsters here on the show. None of that is ending. We've got lots of stuff planned, but My Singing Monsters Live will always occupy a very special place in my heart. Anything to add, Monster Handlers, Michael, and then Eric?
I will say it's been a great ride. I said when I pitched this whole thing that wanted to hit 100. We did more than that.
We got 110%, baby!
Yes, and as people from the beginning who were with us will remember, I used to say that we titled it with three numbers.
For a reason. Yes, that's episode 001.
Yes.
And episode 10 was 010.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be an apt decision on the part of Monster Handler Michael. Anything from you, Monster Handler Eric, before we sign off?
Oh, just the same sentiment. It's been such a pleasure doing this and being able to interact with the community, and I look forward to continuing to interact with the community in exciting and different ways throughout 2021.
Yeah.
So that's just about all that we've got planned for this week on My Singing Monsters Live. We are going to conclude the show today with a special reminiscence of one of our favorite moments here on My Singing Monsters Live. Definitely a highlight for me, for all three of us, I think. And then we really hope that you enjoy it. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in 2021 with something brand new. And until then, happy monstering!
Thanks to all the friends and fans for helping to take part. Everyone is passionate. We know it comes from the heart. All elements are awesome and have strengths to express. Here are some topics Team Earth would like to address.
Team Air blows who used air twice. Team Cold slippery, can't trust ice. Travel over to gravel, get a tan in the sand. They explain dirt is bad, but they don't understand. It's evident the sediment belongs on the frontier. Our singing monsters also bring the beat you want to hear. Oh, you got vocals? I don't like your tone. Oh, you think the song sticks? Well, we've got stone.
Old boulders, you know how we roll. Walking tall like shrubs, so enjoy the show.
Prepare to be pummeled.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Rumble like an earthquake. Other teams stumble on the uptake. Oh well, maybe next time. And thanks anyways.
Now think through and use your noggin. Everyone can use a frog and stog. And even if you're unsure of this team, just do it for the enemies.
Want to hear good music? Get your ear to the ground. Certainly fertile for some pure deep sound.
Hi there, welcome to the Team Earth meeting. Having our toes keeps the song's hearts beating. Vocals on the island could be inconsequential, but that's why we're so instrumental. Till there's no discussion.
Songs don't count if there's no percussion.
Don't dig yourself into a hole. Stand sturdy against wind and snow. So get out there and rep your team. Make them hear us through the sea.
Enjoy the festivities.
Complete the activities.
Show them your abilities.
Don't forget the hashtag, please.
Hashtag
My Streaming Monsters.
Our fans are the best, you can't deny it.
Place their support and big fight it.
Anyone can talk about it.
Everyone watching at home rock.